Hello students, welcome to the next session of economics. We are doing the book Indian Economic Development and the chapter is Rural Development. So in this chapter of Rural Development, we have discussed about the topics such as rural development, problem faced in the development of the rural areas, and after that the next part was the credit. We were discussed then after the credit and how the people of the rural areas are arranging the credit. So in the series of that, we came on the topic कि they have for formal and informal sources, or we can say the institutional and non-institutional sources of finance, and for the development of the rural area that finance is required. So for obtaining those resources, they have the source of institutions like banks, and the others are non-institutionals like friends, family, relative, money lenders, and zamidars, and the traders. They are taking the loans, but there is requirement of the institutional sources more in the rural areas, because the loan provided or credit provided by these non-institutional sources usually exploit those poor people or the rural people, and the rate of interest is very high. So here we'll discuss about we have discussed about what is required for the betterment. Here we'll discuss in detail about the rural banking and a critical appraisal. What it mean? A critical appraisal mean we'll discuss the rural banking system, but we'll here discuss what are the limitations in the system, what are the drawbacks in the system, what are the problems still people are facing in the rural areas in terms of to complete their credit needs or the loan needs. Whenever they require money, so still they go for first preference, they go for their family or friends or the relatives or the other non-institutional sources. So why they're going to them? There should be more secure system. I can say a system which is more friendly to them, or more helping to those village people, so that they will be easily connecting to the facility of the credit in the rural areas. So let's start this topic. And it is also important कि in bank when we go for the loans, so the banks are asking for some collateral, some security like guarantee. In return of that guarantee or security, they are providing us loan. Okay, so let's discuss the topic rural banking, a critical appraisal. And rapid expansion of the banking system had a positive effect on rural farm and non-farm output, income and employment, especially after the Green Revolution. It helped farmers to avail services and credit facilities and a variety of loans for meeting their production needs. Because in Green Revolution, we need resources. We need resources. We need goods to do the more production. Like we need fertilizer, we need insecticide, we need pesticides, we need the HYV seeds and the proper means of irrigation. And these all things are usually produced in industries, and they cast a price. So there is need of the credit for the villagers or the people living in rural areas to complete their needs of these agricultural needs. So famines became events of the past. We have now achieved food security, which is reflected in the abundant buffer stock of grains. However, all is not well with our banking system. We can say we after the implementation of Green Revolution, now we are self-sufficient in the food grain production. But if we'll talk about the banking system, so still there is some loopholes in the system. The volume of rural credit is not sufficient, and amount of loans sanctioned is not adequate. So two limitation we have seen: key credit is not sufficient, and amounts even people are getting or sanctioned, but it is not adequate, it is less. Many small and marginal farmers and other rural poor do not have access to formal banking system. Okay, still there is need of the banking in the remote areas, in the rural areas. So, with the possible exceptions of the commercial banks, other formal institutions have failed to develop a culture of deposit mobilization, lending to worthwhile borrowers, and effective loan recovery. This is a major drawback कि they were failed commercial bank to develop a such system or formal institutions कि so that people who which will mobilize to the people to deposit their loan installments, and like there is a loophole, or I can say the weak system of recovery is there. So they are not encouraging, and as well as they are not coming forward for loan recoveries as well as for granting more loans in the rural areas. So agriculture loan default rates have been chronically high. Yeah, we are aware of that, and it is a leak that farmers are deliberately refusing to pay back loans. Yeah, this is a point of debate. Ki farmers deliberately refusing to pay back loans, because I have experienced, like I have came through one, not one, at least 20 peoples in my farm, nearby my farm. I was discussing once with them about the lending. So they were saying कि भैया अभी जो है हमने 2.5 लाख का 2 लाख का लोन ले लिया है, लेकिन हमने इससे अपना घर बनवा लिया, और शादी थी, शादी करा दी अपने भाई की, लेकिन खेती में तो हमने नहीं लगाए पैसे, हमको तो पता है 1 साल के बाद सरकार ये कर्जा माफ़ कर देगी. तो like these statements from the mouth of those villagers, I was thinking how cunning they are. And the point is, you are also getting it here also in this line, कि they are deliberately refusing to pay back loans because they were aware of कि government will rebate in the loans. So, but what finally happens कि due to those defaulters, the needy person are not getting the loans. This is the drawback. So there is need of more, uh, like I can say, more supervision or more keen observation of the system in giving the loans to the rural area people who are exactly needy. We should grant them loan. So thus the expansion and promotion of the rural banking sector has taken a backseat after the reforms. To improve the situation, it is suggested that banks need to change their approach from just being lenders to building up relationship banking with the borrowers. Inculcating the habit of what they should do, inculcating the habit of thrift and in or efficient utilization of financial resources needs to be enhanced among the farmers too. How they can use their money in a best possible manner, how they can rotate their money, how they can use their loans in the best possible manner. They should guide by the those commercial banks in the village areas. So it will be the success. So finally, what we have discussed in this whole critical appraisal, कि there is lack of the branches of the banks in the rural area, first problem. Second, कि expansion of banking is not as much. Third, कि there are lots of loan defaulters in the rural areas, and banks are not encouraging them to repay the loan, and there is need of the proper awareness and the need of the spread of knowledge to the villagers or the rural people how to utilize the money in the best possible manner. So these are the some drawbacks which we can improve, and then there will be a system which will be more better, more secure for the rural areas. So here's some work for you. Fill in the blank is here, and 4 options are already given. So try to solve this part of your book, and answers, hide the answer, then solve it, then match it. Okay, so this is your homework, and it will help you to understand the concepts in a better manner. After this, the next topic is very important, and this is very relevant as per the examinations this year: agricultural marketing or market system. So, what is the situation? We'll discuss from the time of the independence until date. So, prior to independence, farmers, while selling their produce to traders, suffered from faulty weighing and manipulation of accounts. ओके ये सिस्टम था पहले। इंडिपेंडेंस से पहले कंट्री में क्या हो रहा था कि फार्मर्स का जो प्रोडक्ट था वो ट्रेडर ख़रीदते थे, और क्या प्रॉब्लम्स उनको, क्या सफरिंग्स होती थी उनका, कम घटतौली जिसे हिंदी में बोलते हैं, कम वेट किया जाता था प्रोडक्ट का, और उनके अकाउंट्स में हेर फेर होती थी। कुछ का कुछ उन्होंने गलत नोट कर दिया था। सपोज़ 1 क्विंटल या 10 क्विंटल्स 80 किलोग्राम को 10 क्विंटल्स 30 किलोग्राम कह दिया, या 50 किलोग्राम कह दिया। तो कहीं ना कहीं अकाउंट्स में या पेमेंट के टाइम पर कुछ उन्होंने अकाउंट्स में फॉल्ट कर दिए। रेट था कि 5.60 रुपीज़ से हम लेंगे प्राइस, बट फाइनल पेमेंट के टाइम पर 4.60 प्राइस कर दिया। ऐसी प्रॉब्लम्स आती थी। सो इंडियन फार्मर्स वर कन्फाइंड टू सब्सिस्टेंस फार्मिंग। क्या करते थे इंडियन फार्मर्स की? कोई कॉमर्शियल अप्रोच नहीं थी, सब्सिस्टेंस फार्मिंग कर रहे थे। व्हाट इज सब्सिस्टेंस फार्मिंग? कि दे वर जस्ट डूइंग फार्मिंग फॉर टू कंप्लीट देयर फैमिली नीड्स विद लिटिल बिट सरप्लस, little bit market will surplus they were doing. So they sold a very small portion of their produce to pay old debts and meet some other requirements of consumption. That this type of farming was going on in the country before the independence, and they were forced to sell their produce to low price as they had weak bargaining power and due to lack of required information on prevailing prices. So these problems were faced by the farmers in the country in the when they were going to sell their products in the market. They did not have the required information on prevailing prices. They also did not have proper storage facility to keep back their produce for selling later at a better price. Even today, more than 10% of goods produced in farms are wasted due to lack of storage. So I think we have noted down more than 4 points in that much of paragraph. What we have seen, like production was less, we were doing the subsistence farming, we were exploited, like those farmers, yeah, village farmers were exploited. They don't have the bargaining power, they don't have proper information, there was lack of information, and they were not getting the better price for their produce, and lots of produce was wasted, or approximately 10% of the total produce, due to the lack of the storage facility. So these are the problems which we should need to note down right now. You all need to note down. These are the problems of the agriculture market in the country. So after that, what happened? Even those who could take their produce to the wholesale markets did have little knowledge about organized markets. उन्हें नहीं पता था कि ऑर्गेनाइज मार्केट क्या होती है, कैसे उन मार्केट्स में प्रोडक्ट को सेल करना है. All this required an improvement in system. State intervention became necessary to regulate the activities to private traders. Like there was need of the involvement of the state government, so that there will be a justified price should be given to the farmers. We needed some mechanism through which produced goods could reach different places. Such mechanism depends on the market channels. Like where we are proceeding right now, we are proceeding to a such system, or the marketing system or marketing culture, where they should get a good price and they don't have any fear over there, the farmers, and they should get a better price for their produce. So let's read the next part here. Agriculture marketing is a process that involves the assembling, इकट्ठा करना, स्टोरेज प्रोसेसिंग, स्टोर करना उन चीज़ों को और प्रोसेस करना, ट्रांसपोर्टेशन, एक जगह से दूसरी जगह तक पहुंचाना, पैकेजिंग, चीज़ों को पैक करना, ग्रेडिंग, क्वालिटी वाइज उनको अलग अलग ग्रेड ए बी सी में डिवीज़न करना और अकॉर्डिंगली उसका बेटर प्राइस मिलेगा, एंड डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ डिफरेंट एग्रीकल्चरल कमोडिटीज़ अक्रॉस द कंट्री। और जो भी अलग अलग एग्रीकल्चर प्रोड्यूस हैं, गुड्स हैं, उनको पूरे कंट्री में डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करना किसका काम होना चाहिए? कि एग्रीकल्चर मार्केटिंग है। थ्रू दिस सिस्टम द फार्मर्स कैन सेल their surplus at fair prices in the wholesale market. Various market channels exist which help the farmers to sell their produce at reasonable price in the market. So what is required? This type of system is required where the farmers can sell their surplus at fair prices. If some strategy will follow, so होलसेल मार्केट में अपने प्रोडक्ट्स को वो रीजनेबल प्राइस पर सेल करेंगे और दे विल बी इनकरेज टू ग्रो द सो द क्रॉप अगेन नेक्स्ट ईयर ऑल्सो, एंड समहाउ आर प्रोडक्टिविटी विल ऑल्सो इंक्रीज एज वेल एज द सिचुएशन ऑफ द farmers will also increase as farmers condition will improve, rural areas condition will improve, or they will start demanding more goods and more infrastructure will be needed at their native areas, and overall when rural India is developing, the overall economy will also develop. So the if farmers are coming in better condition, so economy will also come in a good position in the country. So students, today I'm ending this session, and measures initiated by the government to improve agriculture marketing system after independence. We'll discuss this topic in the next session. Till then, revise your sessions and send your all the works which is remaining yet to submit all the works in the Google Classroom till the 27th of August. Okay students, see you in the next session.